Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I thought we'd do something completely new for this channel at least, and that is project panning. I'm sure you know what this is. It basically means that you try to hit pan on products, or in the broader sense of the word, try to use your products a certain amount or use them up. So for the past couple of months I have been trying to finish up certain products. And I have succeeded in some of them, and then I add some new ones, you know, just mentally keeping up a list with things I want to use up. But I thought it would be fun to make it an official project pan. So I have this nice little notebook, and I wrote down everything that I'm trying to hit a certain goal on. I have a list of everything. I also wrote down the weight of the item because I don't want to mark anything, because I often can't see how far something is gone. So I figured I would just write down the weight of it now and then my goal next to it. Most of these things I want to finish up. Some of these things I want to hit a certain weight goal on, and some of them I just want to use a certain amount of times. So I thought it would be fun to share with you what things I want to use up before the end of the month, or at least hit a certain goal on. Quickly, before we get started, I want to thank you so much for clicking on my video. I upload 3 times a week with makeup related content, and I would love for you to subscribe and join my little makeup club. I hope you like this video. Give it a like, leave a comment if you want to, and let's get into these products. So I have here this makeup bag. It's sort of a medium-sized one. It's not terribly big, but it's not small either. And I filled it pretty much all the way up, because I've seen lots of people do multiple types of project panning. They have a Partners in Cream project, or a Finish Up 10 in 2021, and there are all different kinds of projects, and they have quite a lot of items that they try to finish up. And I figured I could do that as well. And then there are certain things that I've been working on for a couple of months that are almost finished. So I just included those, but they hardly even count. I'm sure they'll be gone within a couple of weeks. So I have quite a lot of things here. I have multiples for each category. For primers, I want to finish up these 3. So it's the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I have the mini size, or it's like half the amount. I think this is almost done, and the last time I used it, there was this little goopy stuff at the nozzle, and I had to clean it. So I think it's time to finish this one up. I have this Guerlain Meteorites primer. It has these pink balls at the bottom. This one is almost done, as you can see. I just wanted to include it because it's not technically done yet. I really like this primer. The Too Faced one I can do without. It really doesn't do too much for me. But this one, I feel like it gives a nice glowy base, and also it's a little bit sticky, so that's perfect. Then one of my favorites is the Lancôme La Base, and I actually thought I already finished this, but I found it laying in one of my shelves, and there's actually some product left. It's just the little straw broke. So I have to take a brush and scoop some out. But I'm going to do that, and by putting it in this project I intend to finish it up. For foundations, I have 2. I have the Too Faced Born This Way. This one is in the shade Snow. I actually own 2 of these, and the darker one is not in this project. This is my lighter shade, which is just a little bit too light now, but the other one is definitely too dark because I haven't had that much sun. I'm on the fence with this foundation. I have it in 2 shades because I wanted to give it a proper try, and the shade at that point was too light. But I'm not really in love with this one. It never looks flawless or nice, or I mean, it doesn't have to be full coverage, but it does have to look nice, and it doesn't always. It looks a little bit thick on me. But I think with the Lancôme primer, which is my savior for most full coverage foundations, this one could work out. So I'm just going to try to finish it up, see what I really think about it. I'm not even sure how much is left in this. I think last one I checked it was about here. So I just want to finish this one up. Then I have a little bit of an older foundation. I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I actually kind of forgot I owned this. So that should tell you enough. I do actually love this a lot. It's just that it sort of got on the back burner, and I'm using my Guerlain Haute Perfection and my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless a lot. So like I said, this one just got a little bit ignored, and I want to refresh my memory on it. And since it is one of my older foundations, it's about 2 years old I think, I want to try to finish it up within a couple of months. But I'm really not sure how far along I am with this one, so we'll see. I actually chose 2 concealers I want to try to finish up. This one from Urban Decay. This is my oldest concealer at the moment. It's the Stay Naked. This one is in the shade 20 CP, which is actually a little bit dark for me, but I can mix it with my white concealer from Makeup Revolution and then it'll be probably perfect. I do that with my Chanel concealer as well. And I can also use it on my face because I think, well, it's probably a little bit too pink, but I don't know. I was shade matched in store when I bought this, but I don't think it was done very properly. I'm more neutral to warm leaning, and this one is cool and it's too dark. I don't hate it, I just want to finish it up so it doesn't get wasted. One that I do really love that isn't the right shade is this one from Too Faced, the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I like this one a lot more than the foundation. I have this in the shade Cloud, which I believe is the lightest shade, and then this is a perfect brightening shade for me. When I'm actually at my darkest, when I'm using the other Too Faced foundation, I do have another multi-use sculpting concealer as well in the shade Marshmallow, if I'm not mistaken, which I can use then. But for now, this one is in the project. Because, well, it's not visible now, but the other day I was using it and I saw a little bit of the gloss. Like there was a little gap, which tells me that I am making decent progress in this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish these 2 both up. I think I'm going to use this one a lot more, but there is a lot of product in this one. So my goal is to finish both of them up, and that's what I wrote down. But I'll be happy when half of the amount is gone as well. I'm going to switch to setting sprays. I actually have 2 of these as well. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set. I'm almost done with this one and it took me about half a bottle to like it. I'm not sure what happened. The first half of the bottle I thought it was, I think I just hated the smell. But then the second half of the bottle I started to appreciate the effect that this one gives. It's just the nozzle is a little bit, I'm not sure if you can see that, it's a little bit strong. I actually like the smell now, I just had to get used to it. And I'm not really sure if this does a lot. So I'm just going to finish this up. It'll probably only take a couple of weeks. And then I also have this Ethos Fixing Spray, which is a Dutch home brand from a drugstore kind of thing. And this one is actually almost done. I think I'm about to here. And I really like this one, and I actually plan on repurchasing this one when I've gone through some of my setting sprays. But for now I just want to make space and finish this one up. I have a lot of liquid products in this project because I figured those are the ones that are going to expire the fastest. And I don't have a huge amount of makeup. I have a lot, but not so much that I have to use up as much as possible. This project for me is mainly to use up things before they go bad. So I actually chose a lot of cheek products that are also in liquid form, and then to finish it up I did pick out a couple of powder products because I just want to see how long it takes to finish them up. So for liquid highlighter I have this Face Studio Chrome from Maybelline. This one is in the shade 20 Metallic Rose. This is the color. And now that I'm thinking about it, this might actually be a little bit too dark for me, but I think it's alright. I think I can use this. My goal for this one, it's weighing 37 grams at the moment, which is of course including packaging. And the amount that's in this thing is 9.5 milliliters. So my goal is to have it be lower than 37 grams. The next update, which will probably be somewhere in September. I have this Duo Color and Light Stick from Clarins. This is actually a really beautiful product that I always forget to use. That's why it's included here. I have this lavender highlighter stick, which is totally beautiful. And then this pinky blush side that I actually haven't used that much yet. But I do really like this highlighter side. This one at the moment weighs 36 grams and I want it to be lower than 33 by the next update. There's 2 times 4.5 grams in this product. I actually also took out my liquid bronzer. This one is about till here. So I have a lot of progress to be made with this one. I think it's separating even a little bit, but it does say to shake it well. So I think it's alright. I'm not even sure what I think about this one. I just never think about using it. So that's why it's in this project. It's weighing 82 grams at the moment and I want it to be lower than 76, which would be about half the amount. So I think that's a little bit ambitious, but we're going to give it a try. Then finally for face products, cream and liquid face products, I have this blush stick by Sisley. This is actually one of my favorites. It's this beautiful, it would have been pretty with this as well. I don't know, it's this beautiful creamy formula that blends out pretty and doesn't stick. It becomes a little bit powdery actually, but it looks beautiful. So this is quite the expensive product, so I don't need to finish it up by the end of the year, and since it's a blush stick I probably won't. I just want to use, let's see, it weighs 24 grams at the moment and I want it to weigh less than 22. And the amount that's in this is 5.5 grams. So yeah, I want to use a little bit less than half of it, which I think is still ambitious, but we shall see. Then I have a couple of liquid eyeshadows. I have these two Ombre Lumière, I think they're called. Ombre Première Lac. And 22 Rayon and 24 Rising Sun. These are the shades. I hardly ever use these and I do think they're very pretty. And in a recent video I did use the red one on my cheeks as well, so that could make for some interesting uses. I want to use both of them 5 times before the end of the year, because I do really like my powder eyeshadow products a lot more, so I think that would be decent. Then I have this other Sisley product. It's this, what is this called? Vito Eye Twist in number 1. This is beautiful, but it was so expensive, so I put it away, not on purpose, but I don't know, I never used it because it seemed like such a waste. But never using it is more of a waste. So I think this could be a nice subtle smoky lower lash line, or even a full smoky eye on a day that I'm in a hurry. I also want to use this one 5 times. And if I happen to use them a lot in the coming month, then I might use them like 20 times for the end of the year. I just don't want to disappoint myself too much with these. Finally, I have this classic Stila liquid eyeshadow. This is in the shade Vivid Smoky Quartz. And I've only used this one a couple of times, but I think it's really beautiful. And my goal for this one is also to use it 5 times, but I want to see if I can boost that number a little bit and maybe find ways to use it 10 or 15 times. Then we have some powder products. One of the things I'm sure most of you who follow me regularly have already seen is this Guerlain Les Météorites pressed powder. And this is all that's left of it. I'm sure this is about 5 uses at the most. This will be done within 2 weeks. But like I said, I also want to include the things that I've been working on for the past couple of months. You can't get this anymore and I do really love it, but I guess I thought it was more logical to just finish it up and buy something that I can show that you can actually still buy. Then I have this Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. This is their illuminating one. I think this is supposed to be more of a finishing powder and I hardly ever used it. It is beautiful. It's not a setting powder, so I don't think about using it, and then it's locked away somewhere behind in the shelf. So I figured it was time to remind myself to use a finishing powder in general, and especially this one. So my goal for this one is, it's weighing 47 grams right now. My goal is that by the end of the year it weighs less than 42. and there is 9 grams worth of product in this one. So about half of it should be gone. Then I added this one, but I don't want to finish it up. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I have mine in the shade Light, and as you can see I already hit pan on it. I wasn't trying to, it just happened. And I want to expand the pan a little bit. I figured, at first I wanted to use it up because the color is so light. But then the other day I was using it and it seemed dark enough for a nice subtle bronze. So now I'm not sure. My goal was to finish this one up and then replace it with the medium shade. But now I sort of like the fact that I have a light bronzer for casual days. So I want to use it a little bit more and a little bit more consistently, and then see what I do with it. For now, I do have that I want to finish this up by the end of the year, but like I said, I'm not really sure if I want to. Then I have this Becca highlighter. This is in the shade Pearl. I already hit pan in this one, so I'm pretty sure I can expand the pan at least. I do like this one, but I don't really like the Becca formula. It's a little bit too powdery and gritty for me. It feels like an outdated formula, and I actually own 3 of these. And this is the only one I've hit pan in, so I figured I'd try to finish this one up. And then this is actually one of my favorite highlighters. It's this Dior Quad. This is in the shade 004 Rose Gold. I'm starting to see a little bit of pan in this one. I haven't hit it quite yet, but I do use this a lot. And I thought it would be fun to, you know, hit pan on 2 shades in this one. Maybe finish it up. I do really like this pink shade, but it looks a lot like the pink highlighter that I have from the regular Dior line. And I like that one more. So I figured I could probably use this one up, but at least hit pan on it. And then I'm also getting closer in this one, so. And I want an excuse to buy the golden luminizer from the new Couture collection from Dior. So I figured I could try to finish those up. I decided to include 2 eyeshadow palettes. Not because I want to finish them up, but because I want to remind myself to use them more. The first one is this one from Dolce & Gabbana. This is in the shade Forest Mist, number 151. And this is one of my favorite palettes. It has this gray, this beautiful misty blue, sea foamy blue, and then these 2 greens. And what I like to do, I have this sweater that's exactly in this color. And I use the upper 2 shades with that sweater. And then I use the bottom 2 together as well. I just always forget to use the bottom 2 greens. So this is mainly in the project to use those greens a little bit more because they are beautiful. And then this is already, I think, 5 years old, maybe even 6. And I think the quality will start to go down very soon. And that would be a shame because it was expensive and I really like it. So I just want to use it a lot more. There's actually quite a dip in the blue shade. So my goal for this moment is to hit pan in the blue shade and then maybe also hit pan in the lighter green shade for now. I don't want to finish it up yet. It's too beloved for that, but maybe by next year. For this year, I just want to hit pan in 2. And I know for eyeshadow that's already difficult enough. And then I put in this MAC palette. This is from the holiday collection in 2019. This is the Star Siding Compact in lavender. I really like this one, but just as with the greens in the Dolce & Gabbana one, I forget to use it. And I am getting close to the pan in the lavender shade. So I do own a lot of purple palettes at the moment, and I'm always reaching for the other ones. So I figured I'd remind myself of how pretty this one is and try, what was my goal again? Try to hit pan in the purple shade or any other shade. So just to show that I do love it a bit more. I decided to include a couple of brow products. I have my Kruidvat brow gel, which I don't really love. Every time I use the Dior one and afterwards I use this one, I really detest it quite a bit. So I just want to finish it up and get rid of it. If I'm very careful, this is fine, but I'm never careful and then I always get smudges. Then I have two Benefit ones, the Micro Filling Pen in blonde and the Goof Proof Brow Pencil in 3.5. And this one is actually almost done. I can't twist it up any higher. This is probably like 2 or 3 more uses. And then this one is getting pretty old. I think it's about a year old by now, so I'm sure it's almost dried up. So I want to get some more use out of it. My goal for these is also to finish them up. We're almost at the end. I have this one mascara I want to finish up. This is from YSL. It's in the shade number 5. It's a burgundy shade. And this is actually one of my favorite mascaras. But it is getting old. It's like a couple of years old and I don't really mind that, but I'm sure it'll go bad at some point. So I want to use it up before it goes bad. Then finally I have a couple of lip products. For lip liner I decided to put in this Rimmel 1000 Kisses lip liner in Red Dynamite. This is really old. This is from back in the day when I had my shows for my dancing school. What do you call it? Like the dance academy, and we had to wear red lipstick and we were told to use a lip liner, so I bought one from Rimmel and I always use this one, but I haven't used it in years, so I thought I could try to get some more use out of this one before throwing it away. I want to use it 30 times before the end of the year. And to help me with that, I also put in one of my favorite red lipsticks, which is also a couple of years old by now. This is from Guerlain. I don't think they make this type of lipstick anymore. I got it on a huge sale when I was in London at Harrods. It's the Shine Automatique in 220. You just pull this thing down and it comes up. It's really cool. And I have used this a decent amount, so doesn't smell bad yet. Let me show a little swatch. It's this beautiful, sort of subtle red. It's really not that pigmented, but it is pretty. I used it a lot the first year I had it, and then in the second year, we're now in the third year, I sort of forgot about it and I want to get some more use out of it because, well, I got it on sale, but it is an expensive lipstick. So I also want to use this one 30 times, and my plan is to just combine it with the Rimmel lip liner. I have this Dior lipstick and this is really old. This one is from my mom and it's actually almost done, but you can scrape a little bit further with a lip brush. So I think this will take me about 10 times to finish this one up. So I just want to finally finish it up. Maybe it's more like 5 times. I'm not sure. I just keep forgetting to actually finish it to make room, because I have this little holder that holds about 16 lipsticks and I want to finish one up so I can put in another one. So this one is next. And then I put in this mini liquid lipstick from Too Faced. I really like this color. It's Sugar Cookie. This was in their Christmas set, which I bought last holiday. So it's not even that old, but liquid lipsticks do expire a little bit faster. And I do really like this shade and I have used it a lot. So I figured I could try to use it 20 times and see how far it gets me. Then finally I have a lip gloss. This one is from Clinique. This is also really old. I have been working on this one for the past couple of weeks. I go through glosses pretty quickly, but this one is taking me a little bit longer because I think there's a lot of product in this tube. 7 milliliters, so I guess that's not an extreme amount. Anyway, I'm going to try to finish this one up. Probably in like a month or so, but for now the goal is to finish it up by the end of the year. And that's it. My little bag is empty. I'm going to load it up again. As if I'm not mistaken, I put a full face of products in this bag with multiple options. So my idea is that I can just pick up this bag, know that everything is in it, prepare wherever in the house I want, and then I have a full face without really thinking about it. That's the goal. I'm sure there are some things in here that are missing, but that's okay. So I think this is a lot. I think this was a long video. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to doing the updates. Maybe I should have chosen less products, but oh well, this is what I did and this is what I'm going to stick with. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next one.